Gold sank and silver prices tumbled on Thursday after the safe haven metal spiked to yet another new record high, but industrial commodities fell on US President Trump, announcing massive trade tariffs against the rest of the world, but with an exemption for bullion. The exemption crushed the price gap between New York COMEX futures and London bullion, a gap which, in anticipation of trade duty perhaps being levied on bars and ingots, had sucked a record quantity of precious metal into the USA. Peaking at $3,167 per troy ounce during early Asian hours, gold's 21st new record of 2025 so far, and extending gold's strongest calendar quarter in over 38 years. The price of bullion for London settlement then dropped 3.1% to erase all of this week's previous gains before rallying to $3,090. Silver prices meantime sank by 6.8%, falling through $32 per troy ounce for the first time in almost a month before rallying 30 cents to $32.15. Silver sank even as the US dollar itself plunged more than 2.0% against the rich world's other leading currencies, hitting 6-month lows on its DXY index. That put the price of silver, which finds almost 60% of its annual end-use demand from industrial and technological applications, down at 9-week lows in UK pounds and euros, sinking to the middle of the past 12 months trading range at £24.20 and €28.75 respectively. Trade policy uncertainty has peaked, said Swiss Bullion, refining and finance group MKS PAMP's metals strategist Nikki Shields in a note ahead of Wednesday's Liberation Day announcement from President Trump. While Trump will maintain chaos because its negotiating power, assets that have been tariff-sensitive may see a sell-the-event knee-jerk reaction. As for the flood of gold and silver into New York warehouses ahead of Trump's possible U.S. trade tariffs, there is too much metal sitting loco NY given both weak local demand and the low probability of direct precious metal tariffs. The U.S. is saturated at the expense of tighter markets in UK and Europe. COMEX-approved warehouses now hold well over 4 years' worth of total U.S. gold demand, 2.5 times the quantity held on the eve of Trump's second election victory, plus 4 years of U.S. industrial silver demand, up by 80% since the start of November. The arbitrage offered by COMEX Gold's June contract over London bullion quotes sank as low as $20 per troy ounce, down by 2/3 from Wednesday's peak. COMEX silver for May settlement, meantime, sank to just 20 cents per ounce above London bullion, slashing the gross incentive for sailing or even flying the bulkier precious metal west across the Atlantic from around $1 per ounce ahead of Trump's bullion exemption, a level at which dealers had also begun locking in profit by settling physical deliveries onto buyers of COMEX futures contracts. Furthermore, the Mexico and Canada exemptions under the erstwhile USMCA trade deal signed by Trump 1.0 remain in place, notes Rona O'Connell at brokerage StoneX, also taking tension out of silver after the more industrially useful precious metal showed signs of tight availability in London. Global stock markets also sank, knocking as much as 3.0% off export-heavy bourses in Tokyo, Frankfurt and Paris, but trimming only 0.6% off Shanghai's CSI 300, despite Trump hitting China, the USA's number one surplus trading partner, with import tariffs now totaling 54%. Some goods will not be subject to the reciprocal tariff, said the White House's fact sheet Wednesday, released as the president spoke to reporters in the Rose Garden, listing bullion as a single-word item. China's yuan currency managed to fall even against the dollar, helping gold in Shanghai, the entry point for all bullion into private circulation in the precious metals number one mining, importing and consumer nation, set a fresh record at 744 yuan per gram, while holding the incentive for new imports from London above the historical average of $8 per troy ounce. London gold in UK pounds per troy ounce sank as low as £2,330 after setting its latest record high at £2,436 only on Monday. The gold price in euro fell even harder, down 5.6% from this week's fresh records at €2,911 to trade as low as €2,748. Silver's steeper drop today put the gold-silver ratio at a fresh 2.5-year high above 96 basis the London benchmark prices. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel.